Okay, Gemini, you are up. This is January 22. Love, spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages at this time for Gemini. Guys, feel free to reach out for a one-on-one reading, $2 a minute. Website link below for all my info. Subscribe to the Patreon, only $3 a month. You are voting with your dollar for light and love and being able to share that prosperity with the rest of the world, raising the vibe of the planet, believe it or not. Patreon link below for part 2 of this video, Gemini Love 2022. If you are not a Gemini, feel free to cross-watch and utilize this from your third house, as Gemini is the ruling sign of the third house, having to do with siblings, neighbors, people that are close to you in your living environment, communication, intellect, articulation. Okay, you could look up the houses of the zodiac and see what each house pertains to, and from that lens is what you could look at, say love or say money, which is primarily what we read for. But again, that's how effective watching all the signs could be, is because you could look through the lens of the characteristic and the power of the ruling planet and the power of the sign and the power of the house that the sign rules over. Okay, so we're talking Aries, first house, all the way to the 12th house of Pisces. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages at this time for Gemini. January 2022. I'm excited for you, Gemini. One of the messages that I came across before doing this reading for you was the idea of rest. Okay, in particular to music theory. The number 6 is a restless number, and the 7th is a restful number. Okay, so that's why they, meaning traditionally in music theory or history, they quantify 6 as being a number of restlessness, and that's why the phrase "there's no rest for the wicked" comes from. Whereas the 7th, I believe it's the 7th chord or the 7th note, is a note of rest. In music theory, also numerology. So we're talking about the perseverance aspect of the number 6 versus the perfection, the spiritual perfection of the number 7. That's why God is amazing and God is, awesome, because you actually get to rest. That's why, scrolling through TikTok or Instagram endlessly can make you feel like you're spiraling out, because it's powered by this number 6. On the negative side of 6, on the healthy side of 6, it's about balance and moderation. But on the negative aspect, it is more so kind of like restlessness, okay, where it's like you're endlessly scrolling, no resolution. So the kind of 7th chord or 7th note in music theory, I should say, but also in history, on the 7th day God rested. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm channeling for you. This is your message for January Love 2022. That you want to be at and in a place of personal rest, so as to continue to attract, that which is meant for you at your level. Okay, they say water reaches its level. The Queen of Pentacles is here. You see the river, all streams and rivers lead to the ocean. What can we say here? The Queen of Pentacles in the upright. This is a very kind, giving, nurturing, loving, feminine energy here. This is pure and genuine. Obviously, every card and energy has its ugly side, but for the most part, we're trying to emphasize and highlight the positive side. The Tower card moment is out here for you as well, Gemini. This speaks to a utilizing and repurposing of resources from a past fallout, or maybe a salvaging of a situation, rebolstering some form of a support structure. The Ace of Pentacles is here in the reverse as well. This is, I read, as an internalized investment, investing into yourself, investing into connections and relationships. repurposing and reutilizing so as to kind of really have this high point from which to stand upon. A very giving, kind foundation is what I'm getting here. You have the Three of Cups in the reverse. You have the Hangman in the reverse here. Bottom of the deck energies. A very sober energy, a very reduction-oriented energy, calling in your soul tribe, your soul friends, family, peers, co-workers, an enlightening and illumination of who's really for you and who really loves you. And, kind of long story short, if you're loving someone and they're not loving you back, take that for face value. Okay, there are people in your life that love you for you and that fuck with you and that want to be with you and that they just have this emotional soft spot in their heart for you, and you need to go towards those people. Okay, those are the real people in your life. And granted, a lot of times our ego has it so that we are covering our heart with this shell of self-preservation and protection. But that is just, ego. The Ace of Cups is this emotional offer of solace here. Okay, I wanted to say solitude as well. So it could be somebody that could be kind of reaching out to you, or someone that you can reach out to, so as to kind of head off feelings of solitude or isolation. What else? This Ace of Cups in the reverse offsets with the Three of Cups in the reverse. This Ace of Cups in the upright, I should say, offsets with this Three of Cups in the reverse. That leaves you with Two of Cups in the reverse. Again, more so of a reduction, a countdown energy, a new year energy, feeding off of the momentum of the new year as well, new beginnings. But again, this time you have your kind of scope cleaned and clear. Okay, you have your lens, you have your third eye clear. I see a lot of victory here. The Wheel of Fortune is here in the upright. I see the Empress giving birth to something wonderful and beautiful. The Six of Wands is victory. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is expansion, philosophy. You're going to have victory in love, Gemini. Okay, in the month of January. Without a shadow of a doubt. If it's more so on the friendship, if it's more so on the family, it's a clearing. It's people have showed their true colors this season, this last leg of the 2021 year. And so because of that, you're able to kind of witness your own vulnerabilities and susceptibilities when it comes to emotion and love, feeding and playing into narcissism, non-reciprocated love, non-reciprocated appreciation, that all that does is devalue you. Okay, and so it might seem kind of extreme or cold and callous to completely cut those people out. If you're a little bit more kind of empathetic, you may want to not lock the door and throw away the key forever, but you may want to kind of keep that door open for somebody to kind of make amends and offer you this cup here with this Ace of Cups. A brand new restart, a brand new beginning. It doesn't necessarily have to be a brand new person. It can be them having turned a new leaf here. Okay, realized clarity and enlightenment. Especially after the holidays, especially after all the hustle and bustle of the holidays settles down, they're able to have this newfound glory of awareness and insight. Okay, now I'm not saying that you're going to want to automatically take someone back, because you're going to have this new kind of approach to self-worth and self-esteem and self-love, but you are going to be able to view from a higher vantage point somebody's true, pure intentions and energies. Okay, no more of this kind of loving, this projected image of someone that is like shut the door on you, and no more of longing or staving off your happiness for this. Okay, you are much better than that, and you are at a much higher frequency than that. The Ten of Cups in the upright here, this is Pisces energy, Jupiter moving into Pisces after the 28th of December. So by the time you're watching this, or even if you're watching this in December, you're going to be feeling the charge of Jupiter in Pisces, especially come the 28th or after the 28th of December. This is a falling out of some sort of institution or marriage. Could be a company as well. Remember, we're looking at the kind of lens of the third house if you are not yourself a Gemini, but you can also approach this reading with the lens of the third house if you are a Gemini, even still. So, a lot of remote working from home. This is technically, although technologically, this is still within the realm of the third house. Because remember, third house Gemini is siblings, neighbors, people that you cohabitate with. And so if you're working from home, you're literally having, to some extent, your coworkers in your living room or in your room. And so this is more so of a harmonizing with that energy, removing yourself from connections that you really don't want in your home. It's like, would you want your coworkers in your home? No. So why would you want them in your energy? Wherever you go is where your home is. Your heart is where your home's at. So why would you want these people in your energy? The Hermit card is a willingness to be on your own, a willingness to feed off of your own light source, a willingness to hold yourself as a high commodity, as a high-priced, valued item that just doesn't open up their energetic field to just anybody. Okay, this is where your empowerment is. Shout out to the OG Emperor in the background. Shout out to Jimmy in the background, by the way. I'm using that image for a lot of these readings, for all of them actually. For the love readings, January 22. So the Emperor here is, and you're done in a way with the mourning, with the sadness here. This just fell on the floor, meaning, not messing with it anymore. Three of Swords is heartbreak. The Emperor is empowerment. Okay, you have yourself in your own corner. Okay, you have yourself in your own corner. You may have to feel like you have to go, under cloak and dagger, so to speak. Meaning you may have to dim your light. Not that you're playing small, but you may have to act in a role where you are in service to others outside of your home, and where people may not know your title. Here is what I'm getting. This Hermit is a spinning image of the Emperor. He's just the Emperor under cloak, meaning he's venturing in lands where people don't know his or her title. Okay, the Emperor could be male or female. These are just masculine and feminine energies, not gender specific, but in any event, it's for the sake of eventually arriving at that Ten of Cups in the upright in love. Okay, so point being is that those who know. Okay, the ability to predict the future is the ability to connect with your own light source, your own ever creating heaven or hell. Okay, and so those that know you, they will treat you as such, because they will see you with real eyes, and they will see you not for just this moment here, but for the kind of vastness of your great energy and what you're capable of and what you're here to do on earth, which is to raise the vibration. Let's see. What else can we say here? So yes, go where you're celebrated is a more practical way of saying all of this energy. Go where you are celebrated, Gemini. Anything else before we jump to the part 2? Patreon, spirit of gratitude, love and light, highest possible messages, spirit of joy, happiness, gratitude, love and light. Those who know you will know you. And a stranger could know you, Gemini. A stranger could, if somebody has squeegee cleaned their third eye, they will, real recognize as real. They will treat you like the god or goddess that you are. And I don't mean that in this kind of like holier than thou, bigger than thou way. I mean that in this kind of purity of presence and really having an understanding of, what we're doing here in this reality and what's really going on. Okay. Real will recognize real, point being. The only other thing that I got for you, a lot of wand energy in the reverse, 4 wands in the reverse. This is after the fact, after the holidays. Again, more of a seeing clearly after the holidays for some that may have in the past done you wrong. They could be seeing your success here, and they could be lamenting their lack of victory with the 3 of Wands in reverse and the jealousy energy of the Queen of Wands in reverse. That points to your, I believe, personal success. We talk a lot, 3rd house Gemini, the number 3 here is left. When we do the tarot math, the 4 in the reverse points to the 3 in the upright. I added the 4. I got the 4 by adding the Queen of Wands in reverse to the 3 of Wands in reverse, how they originally came out. That offsets again. 4 in the reverse points to the 3 in the upright. So I just want to let you guys know clearly how I do that. Tarot math. I believe that people are seeing your successes. People are seeing your ability to go out into these new horizons and or have your blessings and your ships arrive. Okay. To your picking, to your liking, the whole kit and caboodle. The Star card in the reverse is having dug the depth of the well. Okay, is having this kind of articulated, and again, third house, Gemini, the ability to communicate to yourself, your understanding of your emotions. Okay, the Star card in the reverse. In the upright, this is more so wishing upon a star. In the reverse, this is being able to dig out the well, categorize, and quantify so as to unfold a system of living that is, I almost dropped that, that is of a high spiritual and frequency nature. And so when you continue to unroll that and unfold it and roll that out each and every instant of your life, each and every morning in this kind of joyous occasion where you're like, yes, I'm excited, I get to do this to my liking. And like I told Taurus, if you're not there, then that's how you know. If you're in this job that you hate, or, excuse me, again, that's how you know to start to align. Okay, the choice is yours with that Two of Swords in the upright. That's what your intuition is saying. No more lamenting, no more crying over spilled milk. Move on. You want to shoot for the stars. This is an all-sign message that I got for today. Shoot for the stars. If you miss, you'll land on the clouds. That's what I'm getting for you for Gemini. Love 2022. Cross watchers applied and welcome. And if you haven't, again, subscribed to the Patreon, please do that for part 2. We're going to jump to that in just a moment. Let me just mention that the November and December love readings and money readings, part 1, are fully posted on YouTube. So scroll back to the catalog and view that. You might have to sort through all the short reels that I uploaded on YouTube. They're there, though, and they're worth watching. As well as the part 2, Love and Money for November and December, are fully uploaded on the Patreon. So another worthwhile reason to subscribe to the Patreon. And I'm going to leave it there. That's my call to go. All right, love you guys. Have a good one. Part 2 now. Peace.